Okay, you saw how nice the light was available. And then we modified it using the reflector, adding that sparkle in the eye and a little bit of directionality. Remember, light and shadow gives us depth. And then we had the on-camera flash, which helped. It put the sparkle in the eye, but because it was on camera, it tends to flatten the scene. So what we did is we got the flash off to the side. And again, it doesn't matter which side, it's just off camera for this shot. I'm using a Speedlight transmitter, a Canon STE3RT, which is communicating with the off-camera 600EX RT. And RT stands for radio transmission, so all of the instructions are conveyed from the camera in the Speedlight over a radio frequency. So it's just straight up ETTL, nothing fancy, direct flash. So we still have our basic exposure the same, 1/30th of a second, aperture 4.5, 1000 ISO, and we had our Kelvin set. So we're going to take a frame, and Chris, may you turn your chin a little bit toward the Speedlight and eyes up some? Thank you. All right. So now we get that same beautiful image. We have some shadowing, some modeling, some highlights, some sparkle in our eye. We can check the info button. Yes, we have a more balanced histogram because the flash is now evening out the histogram in the contrast range because it was so brightly backlit from available light. The flash is adding that front fill, giving us detail in our shadow information. I'll bet you now, because we've added the flash, that our Kelvin, when we check the RGB value, is going to be a little bit cool. So we hit the info, and yeah, see the blue is slightly to the right, just a little bit, ever so slight. I'm going to correct that a little bit just to warm it up because, again, I go for a warm flesh tone. So we're at 4,300. I'm going to go up to 5,000 just to warm up her flesh tone. And we're balancing the color of the background and the light from the Speedlight. So we'll take one more frame. All right, now look at that. The histogram value, exposure's good, RGB value is dead on, right? I just know from experience how far I want to go on my Kelvin. You could go in increments of whatever you're comfortable with and just review your histogram. So let's modify the light one more time, right? It's still a bit harsh. So you can see the flash is direct. What we're going to do is, again, keeping it simple, is we're going to pop the flash head up and we're going to extend out the catch light panel on the back of the Speedlight. It's just a little white card. You could use a paper plate. You can use a white sheet of paper. You can use anything. And all it's going to do is reflect light forward, but not be as harsh. All right, Chris, looking right. There you go, right toward the light. Thank you. Awesome. All right, now look at this image. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Not very harsh on her face. Very smooth lighting on her flesh. The flesh tones are wonderful. Color is wonderful. Nice catch light in her eyes. So you can get really beautiful light simply. So we're using all the light available to us. So let's recap. We dialed in our exposure either through live view or the incident handheld light meter to get us that 30th at an aperture of 4.5 at 1000 ISO. And then we added the Speedlight in just to balance it out and give us that sparkle in the eye. Now this is the technique and the style of lighting that I'm known for and that I enjoy doing. And you could take this simple setup on location and use it anywhere.